Afghanistan has been at war for 40 years. After the Russians and the Taliban, the new enemy is the so-called Islamic State group. Faisal, now 21, pursued his dream of leaving the violence at home to go to France to study.
I left illegally for Europe, putting my life in danger. It's extremely dangerous here. I tried to get the right paperwork, but Afghanistan is corrupt. Everything has its price. A student visa is $20,000 to $25,000.
His family did not have that money, so he set off on foot and without papers, going through Iran, then Turkey, and into Europe, eventually reaching Paris 8 months later, at a cost of $11,000. He felt that being in the French capital, that his dream was becoming reality. He sent photos back home and hoped to get into a Paris university. But his asylum request was rejected after a few months. He saw the return home as failure. He'd studied at the French lycée in Kabul and was a model student. In Paris, he sometimes had to sleep rough.
I wasted my time. I spent nights hidden in woods without anything to eat, without water. I gave a lot of money to smugglers. It was all wasted. All I wanted was to study in France. It's so difficult to accept I can't do that.
In agreeing to return, Faisal was given a stipend of €3,400. He's invested in a small business. His father, however, wants more for his son.
I want him to learn new things, to build a good future for himself.
France has returned more than 500 asylum seekers to Afghanistan every year since 2015. The European Union has signed an agreement with Kabul for the gradual return of 80,000 Afghans. A return to a country that is regularly hit by terrorist attacks. 8,000 civilians have been killed by the Taliban and Islamic State in 2018. Another returnee only agreed to speak anonymously, fearing for his safety. He is 22 and left Afghanistan with his family to live in Turkey when he was a child. He tried to get to Europe when he was 17 and spent 4 years in Austria, surviving off money doing casual work, till he was deported against his will.
I felt so terrified when the plane landed in Kabul. This country has nothing to do with my life. It's like I'm discovering it. I don't know anyone here. I don't know how things work here. I'm afraid because the Taliban sees me as a traitor who went to work abroad, to work with people they call infidels. The Taliban wants to kill us, like they kill soldiers or the national police.
He wants to go to his family in Turkey but has almost no money. One returnee killed himself in the hotel he's staying in just 2 months ago. Migrants expelled by force are not financially supported or protected. The Taliban has issued a threat to kill those returning. 4 returnees have been killed.